So you're joining us. You're here in studio. It's actually perfect timing because you are basically the guy who has been vindicated the most in the Houston Astros situation. How have the last 48 hours been for you watching all this stuff come out?
Well, as a fan of just the internet in general, seeing all the funny videos and memes and stuff has been really funny for me. Just for the sport of it all, enjoying laughing about it. But it's been interesting seeing all the things that come out and things that we've heard about as players for a while. I don't know. It's been an interesting couple days for baseball. I got mixed feelings on it both ways.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. You were I guess the first person to really point out the spin rate stuff going on with their pitchers. It hasn't been focused so much on that. More on we saw the bandages and the vibrations on Jose Altuve's back or whatever the allegations are, and then of course all the other stuff with banging the trash cans. So you had heard about the vibrating bandage stuff that came out yesterday.
I've heard that rumor, and I have no firsthand knowledge of it. I'll say that, but I've heard that rumor from 3 independent people that don't know each other.
Interesting.
Around baseball, and generally speaking, when you hear it from multiple sources that aren't, it's not like they're in the same facility or the same team or something like that. There's
Mike Trout, Nolan Arenado.
No sources.
Okay,
no sources.
All right. Wait, so here's what I don't understand. How have you heard about this for so long and kind of knew about it for so long? And it seems like a lot of people knew about it for so long, and it was an open secret, and no one did anything about it.
Well, first off, players you're part of an organization, but in the off season, you train with people from all sorts of different organizations. Minor leaguers, big leaguers, people in the front offices talk. And it's baseball has a lot of things that get around that the public doesn't necessarily know about, but everyone kind of inside the game knows about. Just rumors like this spread and people hear things. But you've seen the backlash from it on the MLB side. They don't want, and rightfully so. It's a black eye for baseball.
Right.
But they don't want that coming out if they can handle it internally, if they can handle it kind of quietly,
right?
And so until something gets, until the lid gets blown off it publicly, nothing comes out publicly. Stuff gets done, but nothing comes out.
When you would pitch in Houston, would you know that something was up? Would you try to change whatever you did because you're like they're on to me somehow?
Man, no. When I pitch, I get so locked in on just the hitter that's up there. I try to make it as much of a one-on-one personal competition as possible. That I just don't. You could be yelling whatever at me from the stands. I just don't hear anything.
Right.
So I didn't notice it, but it needs to be said that the Astros are very, very good at a lot of different things that they do legally. Their scouting reports and the information that they have going into a game and their approach at the plate is extremely advanced. So I know that going in. I know that their hitters know my tendencies very, very well. They hit that way. So I prepare for that game a little bit differently, knowing kind of how they go about doing things. So it didn't really bother me. I didn't think about it competition-wise.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's just the effect that it has on other players around the league that may not have even played against the Astros directly. And for example, so if they're stealing signs and their hitters know what's coming, let's say you have a position just pick a random position, a right field position, okay?
Okay.
And one right fielder for the Astros knows what's coming all year and puts up some offensive stats. But a right fielder in the National League that doesn't even play the Astros doesn't know what's coming, might not put up the same stats. They both go to the free agency market. The guy from Houston that put up better stats is going to get more money or get the job if there's limited jobs, and the guy that played in the National League isn't.
Right. There's definitely a domino effect that occurs when anything like that goes down. Now, so for us, we were talking when the scandal first came out, we were like, where is the line crossed between gamesmanship and cheating? And for us, it was once you get a battery involved, once you have something that you need to plug into a wall, whether it's a video monitor or whether it's, some sort of, a transmitting device that has a battery in it, that's when it becomes, a little bit over the line. For you as a pitcher, where would that line be for you?
I think that's probably a fair assessment. But look, people have been doing this for a long time. You'll look at replay video, right? The game or after the game or whatever, and you'll say, okay, is the pitcher tipping pitches? that seems to be fair enough, right? So then if you creep that forward and you do that in game, because we have the live feed we're watching in the clubhouse, like, is that now cheating because you're watching the game on TV? Well, that's hard to say that's cheating, right? Because everybody's watching the game on TV. Okay, so let's creep that forward. Like, it's a very, very fine line there. A lot of people have been looking at video in game to look at tells like that for a long time. Everyone's fine with it. I don't have a problem with stealing signs in that way if you're looking at signs. Now, the MLB actually, and this is one of the things that didn't really get talked about, they came out a couple years, I think 2 years ago, maybe it was just this year, but they put the games on a 15-second delay so that you can't do it in real time for pitch to pitch. So, and that one didn't get talked about a whole lot, but that is one of the ways that they tried to like fix or remedy the problem, right?
Right.
But I think, yeah, if you have a transmitter or something like that, that's probably a good line. Also, just the rate at which you can do it. Like, if you have a guy on second base and he picks the catcher's signs, that's perfectly legal.
Right.
But if you have someone that's sitting there and like able to analyze in real time, like, I don't know, maybe you have a computer algorithm or you have some sort of code cracking system or whatnot. That,
once a nerd gets involved,
right,
then it's cheating. I agree.
Hey man, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, so yeah.
But it is interesting because baseball, unlike any other sport, it feels like baseball has always had a culture of cheating. Whether you just go back in the like passive baseball, there's this gray area where everyone's kind of trying to do it, and it's the unwritten rules and all this stuff. So I'm not surprised by it. And it almost feels inevitable that every 20 years baseball will have something like this. I guess the transmitter, like the Band-Aid transmitter, that's crazy. Like that would be. And do you believe that's true?
I don't. It's hard for me to say one way or the other definitively. All I know is I've heard from 3 different people, independent sources, that it's true. I also, like, I know how advanced the Astros are in a lot of their systems and stuff, so it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have like a firm opinion on it, but it's shady.
Did you make that video where you were saying you were playing poker that night and you had the Band-Aid? Was that in 2018?
That was I think that was that was this off season, but 29 November, I think, 2019.
Okay. Now, was that a joke at the Astros?
Yeah.
So you made that joke before any of this came out?
A full year.
No, like a few months.
2 months, yeah.
Oh, is
mid-November.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Right. But still, that was the joke you were making. He had, if you didn't see the video, Trevor had a little Band-Aid on his chest. He's like, going to play poker tonight. Hope I can, read my opponents pretty well, or like read my cards pretty well. And he shows the Band-Aid.
See, if they were smart, Altuve would just put the Band-Aid directly over his nipple and just say, I get chafage, so this is just protecting me against my nipples bleeding.
And
right.
that's a real thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a very serious issue in America these days.
Absolutely.